better off. Now you're too afraid to look.
Hello everyone and welcome to Rocket League Sinfonian series again. Sorry for that very long wait, but we were able to finally get Nova. He had some car issues, but we are glad that he is here, so we will not need any subs. Thank you to SDG for waiting patiently, and for all of you who are still here for waiting patiently. With me, I have Austin and Fox under me. Welcome, guys. So the next game is... Oh, hello. As I just waved at my crotch.
Come up from under your desk.
Yeah, right. So today's game, we have Mysticats versus SDG. During the break, I had you guys vote, so we are going to check out who these people voted for. And I'm very interested to see, because I actually didn't peek over. Oh, it's SDG. Ouch.
That's a good vote. Thank you. That's a good vote.
SDG winning 60%, while Mysticats came at 40%. All right.
That's interesting. That's really interesting. Consider you guys beat them at the championship.
Seriously.
But I didn't get to vote. Can I vote still or no?
I don't know. You might be able to.
I mean, you can tell us.
Yeah, no, it locked for some reason. I think it locks after a little bit. But you guys voted for the one anyway. Well, with that being said, I am going to transfer it over to these two guys as the cameras awkwardly angle top and bottom left. Somehow it switched on me before this, and I was like, I'm not going to deal with it. But yeah, that's how it's going to work. So you guys take it away. Mysticats versus SDG.
All right. So I'm really excited for this game. It's going to be basically a rehash of like the championship last season. MFB or SDG Mysticats. SDG had been like the super scary team the entire series. Mysticats was the one no one was really worried about. They ended up coming back and winning it. And it's interesting. Mysticats haven't had a game yet, so we can't really see how much they've improved. But at the same time, it's hard to say season one who would have won, Mysticats or SDG. So after we've had a game for SDG, it's a little bit clearer to see. I don't know. What are you thinking, Austin?
I think that these might actually be some of the bottom teams in the entire series now.
Do you think so?
I really do. I think that other teams coming up. I mean, I mean, there are other teams that are worse, I think, than these. But I think it's kind of like old news. Like they don't have anything that's new that I've seen yet. We've scrimmed with STG. The outcome doesn't matter, but playing with them was like it felt very, very smooth. We played well, and then it seemed like maybe they hadn't been playing for a long time too. So it could be a various of different subjects and aspects of it.
Yeah.
But STG just usually like come out on top last season. This season, I don't think it's going to be the same. They still have the Danny Carey in my opinion. So
yeah, I mean, like look what we have in the stat card. I mean, they've already lost their first game. This is going to be their second game. Their goals per game is less than 2, which really isn't a lot. Especially considering like last season they were like the high scorers. Like if you had a game with SDG, you're going to have a high score going on. Only 1 assist, which kind of matches the goals as well. They've had plenty of saves, so we know that their defensive rotations are at least solid. But like still plenty of shots, so they can apply pressure. But at the same time, we still don't have that many goals. So not as many shots hitting the back of the net. And I think you're very right about that. They definitely still have the Danny Carey looking at it. And the thing is, even with the Danny Carey, they're still very inconsistent. I think every one of the players is a little bit more inconsistent. I think we have a lot more consistency within a lot of the other teams. Consistency is definitely key. Like if you can hit this banger of a shot one time, it doesn't matter. It was like, cool, you got a Reddit goal. Can you do it again? No.
Exactly.
Did you win the game? No.
Exactly. And looking at the saves per game on SCG, that's a lot of Danny. Danny sits back like everybody has said that I've done in the past. Danny's sitting back right here because maybe sometimes he can't completely trust his team to rotate back correctly. Now, I think that's going to change going through this season. I think he's going to get more comfortable with Ginger and SS the third. But right now, those saves are showing that he's not fully comfortable yet. By sitting back, they're playing very defensive, and that the other teams in this series now are going to eat them up for being so defensive. So hopefully they can turn that around.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It was interesting. Season 1 was about the carry and how the other people responded to it. Season 2 is about playing as the full team. If you've got a balanced team, then you're winning the game. It doesn't matter if you're not the highest rank, you're winning the game. If you've got one player that's really good and two other players that kind of struggle to keep up, it's going to be tough for you. And I definitely think that Mysticats is a lot more balanced than SDG.
I agree.
All right.
I definitely agree with that.
No, Divine Juicy, I will not be your dad. I'm sorry. All right, but we're going to go into predictions. I feel like we already know what our main predictions are going to be, but how do you think it's going to go?
Well, as much as I don't want to say this, and that's just because, we don't want Josh to win, right? We want him to win. That's just how it goes. It's like, oh, Big Brother, down with Big Brother kind of thing. So I really think Mysticats is going to take this. Colonel Mustard is leaps and bounds this game from, even going through last season. He's just way better. He's a great mid player. He's very, very supportive. So I think Mysticats is going to take this one.
All right. I do think Mysticats is going to take this one too. I think SDG kind of has a habit of feeling out the first game and then coming back afterwards. And so we had a lot of reverse sweeps in season 1. I think it's going to be a total sweep for Mysticats because I think they're going to take that game to kind of feel them out, but they're not going to be able to come back in time to even take one game.
Do we have everybody in here?
Let's see. We got the Mysticats in here. We are waiting for SDG at the moment. Just waiting on them to get
you should stop messaging. You should stop messaging on the Twitch and actually get your team in the game. Just saying.
Oh, we just lost Nova. Don't know where he's going.
Oh, is he back?
There we go. We're starting to get
people?
SDG in here.
9 people, it looks like.
All right.
That's correct.
Yep. We're going to go ahead and start this thing. We're going to get it going. Game 2 for SDG. Game 1 for Mysticats. Rehash of the final championship for Season 1. Let's get this started. First, we got the kickoff going really in favor of SDG going down here. But Colonel Mustard being able to send that right back into the other corner. Ginger not being able to manage the block, but SDG manages to get it back up the field. Randomize cutting that off right at the midpoint. Trying to get a center going. Gets a nice double touch in front of the goal. No one there to capitalize, unfortunately. Colonel Mustard trying to block it. Dandelion sending it right down, doing what Dandelion does. We have SS third trying to make a play, not quite making contact. Ginger and Dandelion getting a nice little pinch, and Danny not able to make the shot happen. Now we have SS the third trying to keep the pressure on. Definitely keeping it going. So we got Dandelion. Looks like he's trying to put a shot on goal, but with 3 defenders there, you're not going to be doing much. Colonel Mustard trying to get through all the defenders on SDG as they try to stop it. Still managing to get past the midline. Ginger trying to get the block, almost redirecting it right back in. Now Randomize is taking it up the wall, only for Dandelion to bring it right back. Dandelion probably tried to take a little shot there, but was rushed into it. But Ginger taking the opportunity, putting it right in the back of the net. What a play.
Yeah, that was great. Dandelion had a great pass here to go over Colonel Mustard, it looked like. And the Randomize just wasn't quite in the right position. He's still trying to get back. That's a tough situation. Right? That.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely got to watch those back passes. All right, here we go. We are about 2 minutes into this game. No, sorry about that. 1 minute into the game. With SDG taking the lead, but Randy is not going to let that last. Wow, what even happened here? I was too distracted by learning how to talk.
Danny had a kind of a small, slow clear, and then Colonel Mustard picked up on it and passed it right to Random, and they had a great push going in from that kickoff, so it worked out in their favor.
Absolutely. All right, so we are tied up once again, basically 0-0 at this point. Colonel Mustard trying to get a shot over SS the third, not really making anything happen there, whiffing the ball. Oh, and it looked like Random had a really nice pass to Colonel Mustard, but Colonel Mustard was unfortunately bunked by, I think, Ginger, because that's what he definitely does best. Daniel trying to send it back up to the other side of the field. Right to Nova, right to Randomize. Almost putting a shot on goal. Actually putting a shot on goal. Not even almost. That must have been a hard read.
Wow, just what? That was a great shot for SS the third.
Yeah, SS the third. He just he puts this curse on the ball, and all of a sudden nobody can hit it. No one hit it. Colonel Mustard couldn't hit it. Randomize couldn't hit it. I think Nova got a little bit of a piece of it, but it was right back into the goal. It was just, I swear, he's a warlock. All right, we have Random trying to make a play happen once again, right from the wall. He's been playing on the wall a lot this game. Oh, getting a nice lofty little sit in there for Colonel Mustard, putting it right in, dunking on Ginger.
What is
what a great pass.
Crooked Nollery? Crooked? I didn't see that until just now.
He went from Nolan Nova, he went from Nolan's beard, now he's Crooked Nollery.
That was a great pass from Random, by the way. That was perfect center.
Absolutely. Nice and lofty. Ginger really didn't know what to do with it at that point. Danny trying to make something happen here. Looking at Random, trying to ball him. Colonel Mustard, though, going for the ambush. Ginger trying to make something happen. SS the third right there to cover from his own mistake, but they are double committed at this point. Daniel trying to put a shot on. It's a little bit too high. SS the third, his curse didn't quite work this time. Mysticats being able to clear that all the way back down to SDG. So, Austin, what can you tell me about their positioning so far? To focus on one player at a time.
Honestly, it looks like Ginger might be whiffing a lot. I think I don't know if it's nerves or what, but it looks like he's jumping really late to the ball. The ball's almost already past him, and he's trying to jump up and get aerials, and that's really putting the rest of the team out of position. When you have one whiff at this level, I mean, this level of play is pretty high, I'd say, and when you have that kind of whiff, it just messes up, like that double whiff right there. Definitely messes up the positioning. Danny was aware enough to go for it and try to fix it.
Oh, that probably could have been a shot by Danny, but he did not get the settle that he wanted on that. And we have Ginger trying to go for a little bit of a hard angle. Probably would have been better off just to bang against the corner for a little bit easier of a play. And here we have SS there trying to chase it down. Ginger's there, fortunately, though. Danny going for a nice little shot, trying to send it downfield, but lets it go right over SS. Ginger actually making contact with the ball and putting a shot in. There's nothing that Colonel Mustard can do there, or Major Mustard as he is now.
And that's SDG's game right here. There's a long game that they play. They get great booms. Playing them, scrimmaging against them earlier in the week, they would just boom. They got 3 or 4 goals on us just from booming it from their side. So, well, I'm sure we'll see a lot more than that. Absolutely.
They definitely go for those really hard hits down here, downfield, those booming clears that tend to work pretty well in threes if you've got a really aggressive team. And Mysticats has definitely been playing really aggressive here. I mean, they are down one with a minute 30 left. They need to make some plays happening pretty quick here, and that really gives SDG an opportunity to just boom it down. If the shot's on, then 9 times out of 10 it's going to make it. And that just goes to show for Mysticats' defensive rotations at this point. I mean, that's just they're trying to make something happen. Faking out Colonel Mustard a little bit, but Randomized right there to send it down the field. Only for a second touch, getting it over Ginger, but not quite making it into the goal. Nova trying to make it there, but just a little bit too slow. Ginger making it over him. Random's trying to make a defensive play there, demoing Ginger Beardman, but the ball still centers. Unfortunately, no one from SDG is there to take the shot. That probably was a really good pass from Nolan Nova. Unfortunately, it was intercepted by Ginger Beardman. We have Randomized trying to make some kind of a redirect happen there just to make it back. Colonel Mustard and a 50-50 with Danny. As they're taking it down, no one really contesting him. Randomized trying to get ready. He's up on the wall. Grabbing the boost and giving a nice little center. Unfortunately, Crooked Nollery is right there ready to clear it. We have a nice little pinch to his center, but Colonel Mustard, no, reading that shot just a little bit wrong. We have 20 seconds left in this game. Colonel Mustard, Randomize, and Nova really need to make a play happen here. Mysticats needs to score a goal. 10 seconds left. They need to get it off of their half right now. We might have a nice little boom from Random. Opting to control it, not the best choice. Daniel was right there, and that is the end of game 1. If we can settle the ball, there it is. We have SDG as our first winner. My prediction's already wrong.
Yeah, that fall asleep isn't gonna happen there, bud.
All right, what were your
really?
predictions? I forget. I don't think you had a
said-
prediction for win count.
I didn't, not for games. I said Mysticats was going to take it. I didn't specify games.
Hmm.
So I guess technically mine's still right, but I mean SDG is looking pretty good right now. Looks like Ginger. I mentioned that he wasn't really getting contact with the ball, and after I said that, magically he just started, busting off. He got that one shot, and then he just maybe his confidence slipped up from that. But SDG is playing very well. They're rotating. I do still think there is a Danny carry right now, but he's playing very well and it's working. So if they continue with that, that's okay, as long as it's working and as long as they're on the same page. So we'll see what happens in game 2.
And one thing I noticed is Danny, he has a lot of points, which means he's making a lot of good touches. But at the same time, he hasn't scored a goal, and he hasn't been taking that many shots. He only has 2 shots. He had the most amount of shots in the entire series season 2. He had like 44 or something stupid like that. And here we see a different style of play. He's focusing more on trying to center the ball for his team and playing more safe that way. Like his offensive is very conservative. He'll like hit the ball trying to make a center happen, but then he'll come back. He doesn't try to just make the solo plays happen. He trusts his teammates enough to make his centers as long as he centers the ball for them.
Exactly.
All right, we are going into game 2. Mysticats have to be a little bit scared here. This is a rematch of the Grand Championship, everybody. Mysticats won the Grand Champions against SDG. It was an underdog story. We are trying to see if these underdogs can stay at the top dogs. Oh, barely making the save. Nova needs to clear it out of here. SS they're getting a nice lofty center. Ginger is all the way back, though, unfortunately. Randomize trying to control it down here. Danny Land making that contest, sending it right back down to Mysticats. Nova's trying to get up there. Not quite making it high enough. It did buy Nova enough, Colonel Mustard enough time, but not enough time to save for that whiff.
Great pass from SS the third, puts it right in, and Danny's there. Danny's always there. He has great positioning, and even last series, he's always there. He's a great player.
Absolutely. All right, so Mysticats is 1 down at about 35 seconds into the game. They're looking a little bit finicky right now. I'm not gonna lie, they haven't made a play in a really long time. SDG has had kind of like the goals in the past 6 or so minutes of gameplay. So I'm really looking for some plays here from Mysticats. Danny Land trying to take a fancy little shot, doing exactly what I said he wasn't doing last game. But I think at this point they can risk the extra offense. Randomize trying to make a save happen. Unfortunately, just bouncing it right off the back wall back towards him. A great pass by Danny right to Ginger. Unfortunately, does not hit the net, and Danny was out of boost to take another shot. Okay, Ginger Beardman getting it right to Danny. What a beautiful pass play. And a back pass. Randomize getting that back wall defense. SS the third not able to take that shot. Colonel Mustard is now going to send it down, opting to boom the ball instead of controlling it right to Danny Land. Sending it back down right to Randomize, but blocked by Ginger Beardman. And Mustard sending it right back down, applying some real pressure to SDG right now. Colonel Mustard is not going to let that get away either. All right. Now we have Nova and Colonel Mustard really trying to keep this ball away from their goal, keeping it in the corner. Randomize sending it down the field. Kind of a weak little touch right to Colonel Mustard, though, who doesn't make the best shot on there. We have Nova with a nice little pop-up there, but decides to instead head back to goal. Probably a safe bet. At the same time, Danny almost putting it in there. Nova getting just the touch he needed. Nova still making it down. Nova has been kind of considered the wall of defense for the Mysticats, really kind of staying back and really being the rock that they need. And it's just what they need as Randomize is able to bring it all the way down the field and score their first goal.
Yeah, Ginger didn't get quite the clear he was looking for, and SS the third wasn't prepared for Random to turn right there and take the shot. That was great awareness from Random to realize the situation and go and take that shot.
Absolutely. All right, we are all tied up about halfway through this game. Man, these are close matches, Austin. I'm wondering, what do you think is happening? Who's playing better here? Who do you think's gotten like kind of the lucky shots? What do you think's going on in this game right now? Oh, what a bum from Danny Land.
Honestly, Mysticats is playing better, but I still see kind of a little too aggressive, in my opinion, for this SDG team. You need to back off just a little bit, just enough to get really nice hard clears and like set up plays. I see them booming a lot of things just across the field. So if they can settle down and play their own game, I think they can definitely take this game and send it to game 3.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree with that. Like, there's one thing to like keep booming it against the backboard. But I mean, after that, it's like one little mishap on there, and you're booming it back down to your own side. If they can settle down and control the ball, they're definitely gonna have a lot more plays going on. And we even see that a little bit on SDG with we had Ginger's back pass earlier. We have Danny's nice little passes to Ginger and SS. And we're going back towards Mysticats side. Colonel Mustard, the only one back now, trying to bang it against the corner. Randomized going in for the shot, getting it over SS, right to Colonel Mustard. What a pass. Unfortunately, it goes right to Dandelion, who's going to send it right back. There's another boom like we've been talking about. Instead of controlling the ball, they're just shooting it over after they get these really, really nice passes. Oh, Dandelion opting for the demo and a bump on Colonel Mustard. That's just the third. Trying to make something happen here. Randomized not able to get it past Danny once again. Random trying to go for maybe a shot there. Unfortunately, not able to quite get to the ball. Colonel Mustard, though, beautiful pass there. Is he able to capitalize?
Wow.
Dandelion, with a clutch shave, sitting in the net, probably low on boost, low on momentum. Still managed to get into the way. We have Ginger Beerman coming in for a shot. Unfortunately, 3 Mysticats are right in the goal. They're not going to be able to do much. That is a very nice 50-50 from Dandelion, sending it right back into their corner. That's the third, trying to do something with it, but popping it up right to Randomize. Oh, Randomize probably could have scored there if he was just going a little bit slower. No one else from his team able to capitalize on that. And Ginger's passing it over right above 2 of the Mysticats, opting for a 50-50 into Colonel Mustard. Sends it back down, right back into Danny. Their rotations on offense are phenomenal right now. There's never no one going for the ball. There's never any downtime for SDG right now.
Yeah, that's really unusual. They're usually a very defensive team. Right now, they're contesting every shot, which is like generally this is the idea of play that you want to have. Oh, that might be a.
Oh, and we have a nice double touch by Nova.
Holy cow!
Wow. A last second goal. What a touch! Hugging that ball right into the goal from the side. There was no contesting that. That was gorgeous, Nova. All right,
that was a wonderful
game
pass.
2.
Great play. That was impressive. I've never seen something from Nola like that.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
It looks like we might not have game sound. I've seen some people say.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and message random that then. All right, sorry about that no sound, but Austin, tell me what you found differently in this game. This game here.
I saw SCG being a lot more pushy, and I mean, I think that that last shot right there at 0 seconds, it was just really unfortunate for SCG. Like, you wouldn't expect a shot like that, and maybe in their heads they were expecting, oh, this is just, don't worry about it, game over, overtime. They had already given up on the regular time play, so it could have been that. But honestly, these teams are way more even than even last season. Going into that final match. Was it a sweep in the final for Mysticats, or was it a 2-1 or 3-1?
Don't remember, honestly. I want to say that they won their last few games. I don't know if it was a sweep necessarily.
I know it was by pretty obvious fashion. Like they really took it like they meant it. So we're not seeing that here. SDG looks like they answered back with good momentum and good push. But Mysticats, they're still there. They're gonna keep telling people that they're still there. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting that nice little double shot saying like, hey, we're still in charge. We're still the champions of Season 1. We're ready to play. All right, we have a little bit of pressure on SDG's side. Dandelion trying to send it back. Colonel Mustard sending it right in front of the goal. Oh. And Randomized being able to put it right in. All right, it's Mysticats' turn to get those quick goals now. You can see all 3 defenders trying to get to this pass. Probably all boost starved, probably low on momentum. Randomized just putting it right in. What a great pass from Colonel Mustard. All right, here we have Random trying to set up another play, sending it right against the back wall, right down into the center. Nova a little bit farther behind, tries to take a shot. Still, no one was there. Just didn't hit the back of the net. Colonel Mustard trying to get a lofty little center, but we have both of our Mysticats back on defense right now. Random trying to stop this ball from center and getting a nice lofty center for no one as they go up. Ginger's looking like he looked like he was trying to take a shot there, maybe get a nice little back pass. Fortunately, too many Mysticats in the area and not enough SDG players. Although, Dannyland, sneaking one right by the defense. Comes up off the wall, and no one was ready. Random wasn't ready for it. Nova wasn't ready for the bounce. Just sneaking it right on by there to tie it up.
Nola's not ready for that random miss right there. Random doesn't usually miss though, so I wouldn't even be expecting Random to miss. So I can understand the double whiff there.
Right, exactly. Random not looking to keep this tie for too long, making a nice little pass at Ginger Beardman, coming right in and sweeping that away. Random still trying to get into control. Putting a nice little shot on. What a control.
We have a name change in SDG. I don't know if you noticed it, but L Ginger Beardman went to Ninja Jinja now.
Oh, he did. Going back to the old-fashioned name. I like it. All right, so we now have Mysticats in the lead. We are not halfway in this game, and we have already scored 3 goals. Colonel Mustard making a save that apparently was going right in. I don't think they were all that worried about that, though. Dannyland sneaking it right in, and Nova making that clutch little save. Man, that had to be the last possible instant he would have been able to save that. What a save. Ginger trying to get a center on there, unfortunately gets a little double touch there that is not in his favor. Randomize kind of cutting off Nova there, getting Denny that little interception. Random looks like he can control it. SS the third, getting the dunk on him though. Getting a nice little pass, sending it back out to Ginger. What a back pass! Ginger putting that shot in. What an awesome play.
Holy cow, that was a perfect pass from SS the third. Good awareness. I don't know 100% if you meant to do that, but that was ideal. That was the perfect pass for that situation.
I'm just going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he saw Ginger there. He's like, I got you, bro. Just sent it right to him. What a play. Tying it up once again. We are at the 3-minute mark, tied 2-2, and this is game 3. This game is the deciding factor on who takes this round. All right, we see Random trying to mess with the ball. Just managed to pick up that boost that's just spawned. SS the third trying to make something happen. Random trying to make something happen, and Colonel Mustard actually making something happen here. Getting the demo and the goal.
Danny wasn't ready for Colonel Mustard to move up like that. It was great positioning right there for Colonel Mustard to go and take that shot. He knew he had people rotating.
Yeah, absolutely. Mysticats was not prepared for that in the slightest. Ooh, Danny trying to make something quick happen right there. Not getting the best touch though. Ginger maybe moving a bit too far upfield. SS third sending it right back down though, right to Random, who sends it right to Colonel Mustard. The passing plays between Randomize and Colonel Mustard have been amazing this game. Random always knows how to put it right towards a dude. We have Ginger is the last one back, not being able to make a touch. Fortunately, Dannyland getting a nice little touch. Colonel Mustard not able to take the shot. Randomize unable to make that save. I didn't even see where that shot came from.
Dannyland actually missed the boost right here and still went up and took that shot because he knew he had pressure. All the Mysticats was still retreating from the last push forward, so he made sure he kept pushing.
Yeah, absolutely. Great play, great awareness. And even if he didn't have that boost, that was still a great shot. He loves that right wall. It's the second goal he scored right from there.
Yeah, do I hear a little right corner?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we see SS the third gonna try and make a little bit of a control of this, pulling back enough to letting all 3 Mysticats do a little pass play right off that one piece of the field, sending it right to Dannyland, who booms it downfield. He's gonna follow it. Nola Nova is trying to make a play happen here, sends it right to Randomize. Great play that way. We definitely have some forward pressure from Mysticats, putting another one in with a great pass from Random right to Colonel Mustard.
I
think Random.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I think Random saw SS's play. He's like, you know what? That was a good pass. I'm gonna do that. Colonel, get ready.
Same thing. Here I come.
What were you gonna say though?
I honestly don't even remember. We'll just keep going.
All right, so we have a minute and a half left. Mysticats in the lead by 1 point. This is the highest scoring game of the night, everybody. Dannyland trying to get a center on. Unfortunately, it is too slow. Random easily gets it right outside. Right up to Colonel Mustard once again. Ginger, sorry. Sending it towards the goal. Unfortunately, Random is able to get back there in time. Dannyland trying to get the settle on. Nova sees that coming right there. Sends it right back down. Great little boom by Ginger. Unfortunately, SS is not able to get up to control it fast enough. Sending it right to Colonel Mustard. Booms it across the field to randomize. Nah, unfortunately, not the greatest touch by him. Easily controlled by Dannyland and sending it right back. Nova getting a nice little back pass outside of SDG's kind of area right to randomize. Randomize is going to go for a similar little pass, but Danny's like, nope, no more of those tonight. Randomize trying to get a lofty little shot there. No defenders already, and he puts it right in.
That was a perfect pop from Random to pop that up and try to get over the defenders. Danny had turned the opposite direction, thinking it'd be clear.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is the first time either of these teams have had a 2-goal lead in this entire game. And it is not looking good for SDG right now with 25 seconds left. They need to make some things happen right now.
Ooh.
And Random Mysticats does not look like they want that to happen, although everyone is put up. Colonel Western making it back. I lied, actually. This is the third. Still trying to make a play. Doesn't make the best touch. Danny trying to make. Still doesn't get the best touch. This is the third. Going for the demo. It's like, move, Random. I got a game to win. He puts it right in front of the goal. Colonel Western putting it in. Oh.
That was a beautiful shot from Daniel right here. If you look at it, it is just an opening shot right there.
Perfect pass from Colonel Mustard right to Dannyland. Colonel's like, I got you, bro. All right, and if that isn't a nail in the coffin, I don't know what is. 6-3, and that is the game. Mysticats taking it in reverse sweep, yeah?
Reverse sweep. SCG took the first game and surprised us all.
All right. All right, cool. So what do you see here? Definitely see some amazing plays from randomizing Colonel Mustard here. But what else do you see?
I see a good push from Noel. I mean, he had that clutch shot in game 2 to take it out of overtime. You know, everybody thought, all right, overtime's coming. And he was just ready for that pass right on the back wall. I think Bluey did that in an RLCS game, actually, where he's just sitting on the back wall waiting, and then he gets the ball, the pass, and just puts it in. So he's making plays that usually people wouldn't see. We wouldn't see that from him last season. So he's progressing in this game, and it's only making Mysticats better. They can rely on him a little bit more. However, the Colonel Mustard and Random duo is looking to be a little unstoppable. They're passing it to each other like they're connected telepathically. It is amazing.
It was really amazing. It was like every time Mysticats was pushing either Randomizer Major or Colonel Mustard, Major Mustard, as we can see now. It was like every single time they had the ball, they flick it right over to the other one, and it was awesome to see, and it led to some really, really cool plays.
Now looking at SDG, I didn't see much of a Danny carry as much in the last few games. They had a lot of great pressure. I think it's closing out that pressure though, making those clutch shots. They need to practice maybe some striker training, because looking at a pass, taking the shot, I saw a lot more. We'll say accidental passes, like second touches, and that puts the rest of SCG, who usually plays defensive, in an offensive position and gives the rush over to Mysticats, gives the possession over. So hopefully they can turn around and maybe correct some of the little mistakes that they're making, because as we see now, Mysticats is still a very complete team, and that's awesome to see. So
absolutely. Looks like we got randomized back in here. Although I do not want to interview him. I want to interview Colonel Mustard. Let's see.
We want to interview Colonel Mustard too, but the problem is that they're having a committee meeting at the moment.
Oh no!
So there's a lot of I told Mustard right from the beginning. I was like, "Listen, we win when we win. We're interviewing you."
Okay.
And he goes, "There's a lot of noise in the background." I'm like, how long is it going to be?" They're like, "They'll probably be still there." You know what? Do we really care about the background noise?
I don't think so. I want to talk to him.
Yeah, I want to talk to him too.
I think he's the only one we haven't interviewed yet from Mysticat.
Whoa. Technical difficulties. What was that?
I don't know. You just died for a second.
I know. The entire Discord and everything with it just literally. is gone. Hang on, I have to scream. Sorry, folks, we're having some technical difficulties right now, and I've no idea what happened. But we are trying to get... I can't get mustard. Hang on, sorry.
Who are you yelling at?
I'm yelling at another mic. All right, so while I'm fixing these technical difficulties, we do have Mustard Mustard in here. So welcome, Colonel Mustard from the Mysticats, and congratulations on your win.
Oh, thanks, man.
As I was, there too.
It feels good to be back and playing games again. I hope the noise isn't too loud behind me.
It's not that bad.
Okay.
You got a nice noise get on, so.
Good to know.
Here we go.
It's
now we got all
Wednesday. It's almost a weekend. It's always a party here.
All right, so do you guys have some questions?
Rematch of the championship. Finding out that it was not just some fluke thing. You guys actually deserved to win that. No one expected that.
It was...
Ouch.
It was definitely interesting when I saw the new schedule come out for this new season. I was like, SDG is the first game. They're gonna be mad. Like, this is gonna be rough. They're gonna come in and they're gonna be really, really eager to beat us. And I was not wrong. They played super well. And there were a couple of times where I was like, we got to step it up because SDG got a lot better in the off season. But we pulled it off. Nova played out of his mind, and same with you, Josh. Like, that was awesome.
That was something I was going to ask. Is how do you think Nova played compared to last season in his first game of this season?
Oh, Nola stepped it up a notch. Like, compared to the first game of last season, and then this season, it's just completely different. And I'm so proud of how much progress he's made.
Yeah, definitely. Fox?
All right, cool. Okay, so I gotta ask, the passing plays between you and Randomize, they were legendary that entire time. It was like, Austin said it, it's like you guys were like telepathically linked. Is that something you guys have just been like practicing nonstop, or have you guys just like gotten together like and gotten so used to each other's like positioning and play style that it was just natural?
Oh yeah, that's Josh yells at me every time we practice. Gotta get me a pass play, a pass play, a pass play, a pass play. Stop shooting the damn ball. And yeah, it's working now.
This is why I didn't want Colonel Mustard in an interview. I knew this was gonna happen.
We know we see the truth.
I actually whipped them hazing.
Oh no.
Not hazing at all. It's really helpful because there's some aspects of my game where I can't even think of it. I just need to get better at that.
You need to get good at it.
Yeah, I need to get better.
You need to be activated. hashtag get a kernel activated. Yeah.
I need more cool flakes.
Of course, absolutely.
Exposed.
All right. Well, you guys, despite the abuse, you guys played amazing today. SGG played really well too, which even adds more to how well that game was awesome. It was so much fun to commentate. It was so much fun to watch.
Oh yeah, it was so much fun to play.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even without the audio for the first game.
Oh, gosh.
I believe I got the audio in second game, or was second game also out of audio? I believe second game is also out of audio.
Yeah, I agree. I think the second game.
I knew I forgot something. Like, we were starting it, and I was like staring at the screen, and I was like, "There's something I'm missing," and I know there's something I'm missing, and I don't know what it is, and it's the audio. And sadly, I only saved the second game. Oh, second game was good. I did turn the audio.
Cool says.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know.
Well,
the only game I did save was the second one with Nova just getting that dirty little hit in.
That was one of the
amazing.
most epic finishes that I've ever seen.
I lost my voice after that one. I definitely screamed.
You both screamed, and I looked like an idiot in a room full of people.
And it was just really funny because like I thought it was like kind of sweet how Nova was just like, oh, I'm shaking. So much adrenaline just pumped through his body, and it's a beautiful thing when I see that. So, Colonel Mustard, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Oh yeah, go
Your
ahead.
next game is going up against Ditto Dudes. How do you think Mysticats are gonna do up against Ditto Dudes?
Be careful.
This is always so awkward. It's like Fox is staring at me. Oh no.
There's no video, so you're fine. We can't see you.
Yeah, fair. I think as long as we get our practice in and keep working on communication and what we've been driving home, I'm sure we will play fine. I mean, Ditto Dudes looked really good earlier today, so we'll just have to step it up and really crack down and try and break through you guys over there, Fox.
In translation to what Colonel Mustard was saying, into an actual competitive trash talk style, as long as we continue playing how we will beat Diddle Dudes.
Come on, that's the best trash talk you got.
I can't say otherwise. Otherwise, I'm gonna start getting into cursing, and then
I don't like trash talking too much. As long as we can beat S2, that's all that matters.
Honestly,
Alright.
Colonel Mustard is one of the sweetest teammates I've ever had in my life. If you miss, it's not like he doesn't get mad. It doesn't matter. He was like, "Oh, close one. It's okay." Like, like
That's
I
just
never
who
feel
I am.
bad missing. Like, I'm just like, "Oh, thank you," and he's like, "Good try. You got it." And I'm like, "Thank you." Like, you
Get it
can't
next
rage. You can't tilt when you have Mustard on your team. If you're having a bad day, play with Mustard. Even if he's not playing that well, you feel better just because like he compliments you, and I like it.
Yeah, Mustard, could you go ahead and add me on Steam? I'll bring you to the dark side.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, sure, man, no problem. Wait, I think I actually have you on Steam, Austin.
Yeah, you do. I just was saying it for the stream.
He's doing it for the likes.
I'm sorry, I've been up way too long
Motivating
today.
Mustard.
go with
That's
him,
gonna be
man.
the new one. Yeah,
Motivating Mustard.
Major motivative Mustard. There you go.
That'll be my new Steam name. I got it.
You can officially be the Tri-M.
Try
Oh,
out.
Gosh.
Sorry. Find you Alpha Insider, and I had to throw it out there. All right, folks, thank you very much for joining. Once again, congratulations to Mysticats for winning their first game and sticking S2 way down in the below. Sorry, little player randomized came out of the commentator randomized. My apologies. But that is it for the night. Thank you very much for joining us. Please hit that follow button so you know when we go live. The next game will be Sunday, 11:30 p.m. Eastern time. So right as Super Bowl is pretty much ending. But I mean, if you're from where I am, no one cares or is going to watch anyway. So as you can tell, I'm a Jets fan and I'm a New York fan. And Eagles and Patriots are both rivals of New York. So I don't care who wins.
You must live a rough life.
What?
I said you must live a rough life being a New York fan. I'm sorry. In football,
It's nightmare when you go to a football game and it's Giants versus Jets. Because all you hear is New York has the ball. New York kicks the ball. New York at the 30-yard line. I'm like, which one? There's two of them.
Oh man.
But yes, thank you very much for everyone joining. Please throw some donations, bits, and subs. All of it really does help and support everything we do and love to do here. Otherwise, we are going to get off for the night. The next game, once again, 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Sorry, dinner
Don't
came
die.
back. Eastern Time, Sunday. Thank you, Fox, for joining us. Austin, thank you very much, both of you, for commentating. Do appreciate it. Thank you, everyone who was dealing with the non-audio gameplay. I do apologize about that. Sadly, I didn't save both games, so I can't audio dub it like I did for the one Lemsox games. I messed that up last season. Otherwise, Sunday. We'll see you there. I already said Austin. Colonel Mustard, once again, congratulations to you, myself, and Nova for winning this game, and we'll see you all
Congratulating
Sunday.
yourself.
Yeah, why not? Pats for Patrick. Even though my name's not Patrick. All right, take it easy, everyone. Have a great night, and we'll see you on Sunday, 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
Laters.